Wow, this Children in Exile documentary was #1 eye-opening. And as far as execution, I really liked the execution of the documentary. Beginning, middle, end, just all really put together very well and very well told by the first accounts of these people that were actually there and survived. And I'm just amazed at these people surviving years and years and years of this torture, basically, and seeing people get killed left and right. I just don't know how, this just goes to show you the human spirit is so strong and what they've gone through is so horrific. And I just appreciate them being vulnerable and telling their stories here so that this message can get out about the crimes against humanity and these people really not being held accountable in any way. So thank you for that. The music was nice, especially in the beginning. The opening to me was just so beautiful. And then, I like when documentaries have words up on the screen too, so that I can read what's going on and also see all the footage, the older footage, the news footage. The sound was really good. It was very informational, and all the pictures and the paintings that you included as well. I really liked it a lot. I feel like the ending, wrapping it up with the summaries of the people that shared, I just thought was so great. And yeah, I wish you guys the best. I hope this gets seen by a lot of people because it is crimes against humanity. And I really appreciated hearing the stories, and I think many more people need to hear them. So great job.
Children in Exile. Man, this was so difficult to watch. I mean, as a Polish person myself, I was aware of, what the Soviets did to Polish people back in 1939 and through World War II, but I wasn't so informed of all these things and what was going on in all these camps, Soviet camps. It was brutal, and it's brutal. There's no other word for it. I think that the filmmakers did an excellent job getting together all of these stories, all of this information, and putting it together to create a short documentary that reveals a side of World War II that people often ignore because, as one of the interview person says, we often hear about the terrible things that Germany and the Nazis did back then, but the Soviets are not always so talked about, and so terrible. So yeah, this film opened my eyes and it depressed me quite a bit, but I think it's great that someone has made this film, and I hope that it manages to make some other people watch it, especially younger generations, because the way things are going right now, we need people to remember the atrocities of the past to prevent it from happening again. I believe so. So yeah, this was an excellent documentary, very well done, very interesting, and yeah, excellent work, guys.
This really is a human tragedy that happened, and we're so lucky that some of these people are still alive to tell their stories, as everyone in this documentary were elderly, and they probably won't be around much longer to tell their stories. It's one of those things that will be lost in history soon enough. As it mentions, a lot of their families are still in the former Soviet Union. They're still in Russia. It's what happened, and as that last guy said, and I'm not going to try and mention any of their names because I'll probably butcher them. But the last guy said that he hopes the world will eventually answer for crimes like this and get better. I love his optimism that crimes against humanity will stop. They probably won't. Humans are vile. History has proved that time and time again. But I love his optimism. It's but them telling their stories before their time is up is so wonderful and brave, because it's something that history will repeat if we don't hear from it. I think we've heard that over and over again. And these people telling their stories means it's out there. It's for people to learn from now and learn what happened and what tragedy happened to these kids that were sent to live in exile, that were prisoners. And hopefully it never happens again throughout history. It's something that shouldn't, but it shouldn't happen. Probably could, but hopefully won't. And like they said, they were children in exile. They were essentially children that were prisoners of war. So hopefully it's if anything, they told their stories to put a page in a print in a history book that people can learn from.
This film is called Children in Exile. This was a fascinating yet heartbreaking film. Very informative about this horrific situation where these children were sent to endure horrible conditions. The archival black and white video footage and photographs told the tale. The people who experienced this were so young at the time and had such scary memories. It's a miracle that they survived it all. So sad to hear about the other people who died. The film was put together very well to tell the stories in a helpful, mostly chronological fashion. The poignant soundtrack, notably the soulful minor key violin, was quite suitable for the somber nature of the film. I also appreciated seeing the written information on screen about the survivors. This is a very important film to shed light on a terrifying period in history. Well done.